All right. First of all, Raheem, thanks so much for joining us here on Astro Supersport. It's really nice to meet you. Now, first and foremost, Raheem, on paper, last season was perhaps a little bit tricky, but almost immediately you squashed any sense of doubt from haters, from fans about your abilities at the Euros, and you blew everyone away in such a sensational manner when you became England's primary attacking threat. How important was the Euros for you on a personal level, especially after last season?
Yeah, it was good to go with the national team. I was fully focused, fully ready, and I had no doubt in my mind that I was gonna have a good tournament.
Mentally, how much confidence has it given you?
It was nothing to do with mental, my love. It was just very good, as I said, to go away with the national team and enjoy my time away in the summer at the Euros, and it was a great learning curve. Obviously, it came with a bit of disappointment, but again, it's something that we'll keep with us and try to build as a nation.
But do you feel refreshed now? Are you excited for a new season?
Yeah, I'm excited to get started again, and
Well, I think everyone's excited as well. Fans as well coming back
yeah,
into the stadium for this Premier League season. Do you feel like you're at a stage in your career where positionally and perhaps stylistically as well that you're starting to evolve? How do you think you've changed on the pitch as you grow older, as you become more experienced?
yeah, like as anything, once you start doing something for a period of time, you start to adapt, you start to understand the game a bit better, and yeah, I can feel myself maturing a lot.
Has Pep spoken to you at all about what he maybe like to see more from you, what he'd like you to evolve for this coming season?
No, no, not no.
Right, so big season ahead for Man City. As per usual, Man City is always one to look out for everyone. And Jack Grealish, the big one that has arrived, and he comes with massive expectations on his shoulders. You know him better than most. How do you think he'll fit into the team?
Yeah, I think he'll fit in well. He's a creative player. He's a player that wants the ball. At every moment, and it's going to be an exciting one, and hopefully he can.
How is he like in the dressing room? Because we've heard a lot of stories, and you spent time with him in the England camp. But of course, for the first time, he's not with Aston Villa, somewhere that he's so familiar with. Jumping into the Manchester City dressing room, how is he like?
Yeah, he's settled in really well. He's an easygoing guy. He has a great laugh with the boys as well. So yeah, from minute one since I've been here, he's settled in really well.
Have you shown him the ropes of certain things around the training facilities and stuff like that?
Oh, he's a grown up. He's, as I said, we in the canteen together, speaking, finding out what he's doing in terms of housing and whatnot, having those sort of conversations. But don't need to show him anything. I'm sure the club has showed him everything he needs to see in the training ground already. But don't get me wrong. If there's anything he does need, I'll be there to help.
Well, we're excited to see him for the new Premier League season. Of course, we saw him very briefly during the Community Shield. And Jack himself, he spent a large part of last season operating on the left for Aston Villa, and which is also where primarily you operate. Have you had a chance to speak with Pep in terms of how you both will fit into this team?
No, I haven't spoke to the manager on on that. To be honest with you, that's not something. That's none of my business. That's the manager's territory. Regardless or not, that's someone that I'm close with. So it's not going to be an issue. It's football. We play football and see how it goes.
Well, on the one hand, what makes Man City such a powerful squad is the array of talent that you guys have, of course, and the tight competition to some point that pushes each other, that every single one of you have. How difficult is it mentally to deal with that competition all the time with the array of attacking talent in the squad to keep yourself 100% all the time?
Yeah, you're at a top football club. That's what happens. You have to be ready each season. And I said the club wants to win, and the players wants to win, and what better than to have competition for everyone? So it's good.
Can it be frustrating at points in a good way, of course?
No, not really. I wouldn't say frustrating. I just say it's keeps you on your toes, it keeps you ready, and it keeps you fresh.
Well, the team spent much of last season playing without a recognized striker, and they won the league, of course. They, of course, called for City to sign a striker that you're aware of. But do you think that people underestimate the current attackers that you guys have and your ability to score and win games?
That's not my business. That's the that's the outside's business to judge that. Yeah, to be honest with you, I said in the last couple of years how many trophies we've won, how many goals we've scored. Of course, we didn't play as a lot of games with a striker last season. That was the manager's decision. We have a great striker in Gabriel already that we know that scores goals, and we'll see what happens this year with the manager's decisions.
Do you have personal goals for this season then?
Yeah, of course, every season.
Any chance you want to give us a hint what that might be?
No, that's personal. That's why it's called personal. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, of course, just putting up good numbers, and scoring goals. Simple as that. Just scoring goals, 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 goals.
Well, we do hope you reach those goals. And if you do, just let us know that that was your goal and you've managed to successfully hit the target. But as defending champions, of course, how do you cope with the pressure of knowing that your rivals have now strengthened their teams massively in the off season? And does it feel like winning back to back is even more difficult today than it ever was in history?
No, yeah, it's always going to be difficult especially against the top teams that we play in the league. Everyone's strengthened. They're all looking to take the crown off us, but we know what we've got to do. It's not the first time we've done it. We just got to be focused.
Well, looking ahead to the season, of course, as it's being recorded, it's not yet started. But if you were predict your top 3 toughest rivals for the titles, who would that be for Manchester City?
That's not my business, Mama. That's not my business. I don't get involved in that. You're not gonna put me. Raheem said no. There's about five, 6 teams that I'm sure that will be a great challenge to us. I have great players, and I'm no doubt that it'll be tough. So yeah, 5, 6 teams. 5.
Yeah, of course, there's a lot of competition as well in the Premier League, with it being the best league in the world. But thanks, Raheem, for joining us here, and we wish you all the best for the upcoming season.
Thank you, love.